Welcome back to Transfers on Tour. Dummer ni Mind. Welcome back to Transfers on Tour. I did not think I'd be doing another video today, but hey, I've been surprised. Here we go for Dominic Solanke from Bournemouth. Brian, welcome.
Well, first of all, I feel very honoured that I was here to actually hear those words. And like you said, 2 in 1 day. It's like London buses here with the Donami Mins here. It's done. We wanted a striker. We've got a striker.
Yes, we have. And obviously, we kind of knew this was going to happen. The noise around the transfer, it was inevitable. And yeah, it's become now our record signing. Dominic Solanke is a record signing, and the fan base isn't overly happy about this, but we'll put up some slides. We'll get into the numbers. So Tottenham reached full agreement with Bournemouth to sign Dominic Solanke. Deal worth 65 million, terms in place on a 6-year contract. Striker to undergo medical tonight and tomorrow. Top target for Tottenham's boss, Ange Postecoglou. Then we had Fabrizio Romano pretty much saying the same thing. Obviously, contracted until 2030. And then Lily White-Rose put up these stats against other Premier League strikers in the 23-24 season, which is headed goals first, defensive duels first, interceptions first, progressive passes first, expected goals second, past the penalty area second, non-penalty goals third, aerial duels third, and dribbles fourth. Now, from trying to understand this deal, we're paying 30 million up front, which not bad, not too bad. We're going to be paying, I think, the rest of it, obviously, over so many years. And there is, I think, roughly about 3 million in add-ons, I believe, on top due to obviously performance things and all that. Obviously, this is not the most exciting striker in the world we could have asked for, but looking at what Lily White-Rose put up and obviously what you've shown people in obviously chats and stuff like that, it sounds like this has been a player Ange actually wanted, possibly. We don't know if that's just PR news, but he seems to, through stat-wise, he seems to fit what we want as a striker and possibly what Ange wanted. Because obviously, we know when he came in and was talking originally about transfers, he always stated that he wants a player to want to come to the club rather than a player being forced to come to the club. He wants someone who is driven by the project he's offering. So, going off all that, I know it's a lot of information, but I don't normally have someone on here with me. So, yeah, take it away. What do you think of the whole situation and everything?
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the slides up and we'll go through it bit by bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Obviously, this came up. And then obviously what I will say, we knew this deal was coming. We knew from last week that this was a deal, whether you liked it or hated it, loved it or loathed it. It looked like this was the guy that we were going to go full steam ahead for. I've seen a lot of people going, I can't believe I'm sitting here saying Dominic Solanke is Tottenham Hotspur's record transfer. So you look at it, whereas I can agree with it, and I also think, my God, why is this being mentioned? Because you look at it, first of all, when you think about your transfer record being broken, you think about, my God, especially at Tottenham at 60 million for Ndombele, you think, okay, if we're going to spend big, it's going to be on a renowned, elite, established, like a jaw-dropping kind of player, which Solanke is not. Let's be serious, whether you love him or not. 65 million nowadays, and we've seen how stupid transfer fees are right now. Is like the new standard price, I'd say, for a player. You look at players now, especially in the Premier League. This is the kind of money you're talking about now. So, yeah, I agree that if someone had said to me a couple of years ago, Dominic Solanke will be your record purchase, I'd have gone, oh, that's absolutely hysterical. But obviously, it is what it is. And this was when it was verbally agreed, total agreement. And then obviously we got this is done, this is wrapped up. People even thought it would take a couple of days. It's obviously moved along very, very quickly. It's moved along at a rapid pace. Sorry. Surprised that it's a 6-year contract. I think that's the longest contract we've actually ever given someone, which is clear to see that. I've seen a lot of people as well say, Angie's doing this because all the others we couldn't get, whatever. Well, whether you want to agree with that or not, I put a tweet out where I said, whether you like Ange or not, I do. Whether you like Levy or not, and then in caps, which I most certainly do not. And if you like Solanke or not, and I said I'm warming to it, I still think this all hinges on getting an established, brilliant winger in to make this still make more sense. But getting back to it, I said, whether we like it or not, Ange has clearly wanted this man. The board have gone out and got it for him. Now it's down to Solanke to prove what he's got, what he's made of. It's a big, big move. It's, like you said, he seemed ecstatic to come here. And with no disrespect to Bournemouth, I don't think many Bournemouth players, if they hear Tottenham Hotspur are interested in them, are going to say, no, it doesn't appeal to me, whatever. But then this is the most important thing. When you look at this, now, like I said, I wasn't his biggest fan. I'm still warming to it. But you look at these stats, and yes, it's 1 year. Yes, it's 1 year. I get all of that. But these are pretty impressive stats. And one thing I have seen, and one thing he does offer, better than any forward we've got, is his closing down and his pressing. He will work. And you look at this, and the most important thing, and it literally, the point I'm getting at about how important that winger is and how vital this guy's got to be elite, is look at the very, very first thing. In the Premier League, this man was the top goal scorer. That's including Haaland and everyone in the Premier League last season for headers. We do not have people blessed with crossing ability. And I've said it on many a stream, I've said it on here. If the game is in the 90th minute and a ball needs to be whipped in and needs to hit Solanke square on the head like a peach of a cross, the only person I would trust to do it would be Pedro Porro. And you can't have that. We need to get these headed goals. Kulusevski doesn't do it. Brennan Johnson on the ground can cross a good ball. Aerially, not good at all. Heung-min Son likes to cut in a lot, and his crosses are normally fizzed in as well. Werner, that's not. So our wingers that we have aren't blessed with aerial or whipping the ball in first time. So getting this winger with these stats, to me, screams that this winger has to come, and this winger has to be able to deliver regularly brilliant balls, like quality balls for him to get on the end of. Because by the looks of it, if he gets on the end of them, he'll put them away. But there are a lot of good stats there. Obviously, this is just a stat test, and there's more stats where he probably isn't as good. But I didn't mean to remove you. I meant to remove the stats. So I do apologise. My turn to mess up. I mean, it's done, isn't it? He's going to be a Spurs player. We'll see at Leicester. And I will say he's guaranteed, and I mean guaranteed now, to score more than 15 Premier League goals. And that's not because of those stats. It's not because Ange wants him and he fits Ange's system. It's not because he's got better quality about him. It's because Ryan Isaacs has put a bet on with me, and that is as good as here we go. And that's the bottom line, because Ryan Isaacs bet me so. So, yeah, I mean, is it one to get over the moon excited? Oh, my God, we're cooking. And I hate that word. No. Do the stats show that there's something there? Yes. Has Ange got his man? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you said. At the end of the day, this is apparently who Ange wants. If that is the case, we don't know. We haven't sat in a room with Ange and he hasn't specifically told us. But if you listen to any of his, any of his interviews or any of his, things with the media and everything. He always stated he wants a certain striker, he wants certain players. Solanke fits all that. We might not be happy about it, but he might be. We're getting players out the door, and hopefully now this isn't the last transfers on tour. I do, and it isn't the last dummer neen mind you get. So on that note, Bri, thank you so much for joining me, mate.
My pleasure.
Hopefully we have more to come. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And Bri, I'm going to let you take this one out of the door.
Right, mate. It's a Tottenham Mind. It's a transfer that's gone through. So I won't end how I do normally because it's not about him right now. This is a transfer show. All I will say, Solanke fully coys. Welcome to Tottenham.
Welcome to Tottenham.